Bold and the Beautiful fans have mixed reactions to Dylan killing Luna. The mystery of Luna's death has been solved on The Bold and the Beautiful. Dylan confessed to being the driver who hit Luna the night of her prison escape. The revelation of Luna's killer has become a hot topic with many fans. Key takeaways. Luna died after being hit by a car while fleeing the police. Dylan confessed to being the hit-and-run driver. The preschool teacher was one of Luna's victims. Dylan's shocking confession. Luna's, Lisa Yamada, reign of terror has finally come to an end. While fleeing from the police, Luna was hit and killed by a car just outside the beach house. Luna's death has sent shockwaves on BNB. With her gone, everyone thought life would go back to normal. But a recent revelation continues to bring up Luna's memory. Hayes, Brian David Garlick, preschool teacher, Miss Dylan, Sydney Bullock, was one of Luna's victims. The young woman was held captive as Luna held Steffi, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, at gunpoint, then shot Liam, Scott Clifton, and Sheila, Kimberlyn Brown. Dylan hasn't been seen since the shooting at the beach house, but on the November 25th episode, she returned. Dylan confessed to Electra, Linnea Grace, that she was the one who killed Luna. The revelation of Dylan being the hit-and-run driver is generating buzz on Reddit. Many fans were let down by the big secret. Wow, who would have guessed it? I'm shocked. Oh wow, one fan sarcastically wrote, I really wish the writers would stop making it blatantly obvious when someone does something big. Like Dylan being the one to run Luna over, one viewer replied. However, some fans were grateful for what Dylan did. I would have given the girl a huge hug and thanked her profusely. And let her know it was very okay that the accident happened, one commenter wrote. What's next for Dylan? Now that Dylan's confessed, the big question is what happens next. It seems she won't face any jail time after going to the police, so she's free to go about her normal life. However, fans think that Dylan could be bad news for Electra. During their conversation, some viewers got a creepy vibe from Dylan. Since she and Electra used to be good friends, odds are Dylan wants to rekindle their friendship. However, their friendship could take a dangerous turn if Dylan begins to reveal her darker side. Dylan could become obsessed with Electra and want to take everything from her, including Will, Crew Morrow. While Electra thought the Luna situation was over, a new problem might be arising with Dylan. For a show that has never shied away from jaw-dropping twists, The Bold and the Beautiful still managed to stun its audience with the storyline no one saw coming, Dylan killing Luna. The aftermath, both within the fictional world of Forrester Creations and in the living rooms of viewers around the world, has become one of the most polarizing moments in recent BNB memory. Some fans describe it as bold storytelling. Others say it's beautifully done tragedy. And many insist it's a storyline that crossed a line. But one thing's certain, the fandom hasn't been this fired up since Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor's love triangle ignited the internet. A twist written in chalk ink. The scene itself was classic soap opera suspense, moody lighting, a confrontation crescendoing like an orchestral swell, motives simmering, misunderstandings escalating. Luna, the sweet, hopeful young woman whose arc symbolized new beginnings, found herself face-to-face with Dylan, a character who always walked a tightrope between troubled vulnerability and quiet menace. The writers didn't pull punches. The confrontation ended with a sudden, irreversible turn. Luna's final breath, Dylan's horror, and the silence that followed left viewers frozen on their couches, processing what happened. And then the storyline detonated on social media. Team, this is what soaps are for. A sizable faction of viewers applauded the writers for taking a risk that reminded them of the high-stakes drama that shaped daytime TV for decades. These fans argue that the twist adds 1. Narrative weight. They believe Luna's death, tragic as it is, adds emotional gravity to a show that sometimes leans too heavily on romantic entanglements and fashion sabotage. Dylan's crime opens doors for long-term storytelling, guilt, cover-ups, revenge, redemption arcs, and moral reckoning. 2. Character depth. Dylan, previously seen as a question mark character, now has a complex mantle to carry. Some viewers appreciate the layers the writers have suddenly dropped on him. What drove him to the breaking point? Can he be redeemed? Or is this his descent into full villainy? 3. High drama. The show needed a shake-up, this group says. And shake-up it did. They argue that unpredictability is the lifeblood of soaps, and a twist that sparks this much debate proves the writers still know how to play with audience expectations. Team Luna deserved better. But the backlash? Emotional. Fierce. Many fans saw Luna as a character brimming with potential, both romantic and professional. Her youthful optimism and sincerity made her a rarity in the show's landscape of hardened veterans, schemers, and jaded lovers. A waste of a rising star. Fans who identified with Luna's fresh perspective felt blindsided. She was positioned as one of the brighter lights in the ensemble, and her budding storylines, family secrets, new love, career dreams, were just gaining traction. Killing Luna, they argue, cuts off years of untouched character growth. Too brutal for the tone. While BNB has seen drama, betrayal, and plenty of emotional trauma, murder, especially of a beloved, relatively innocent character, felt jarring to some. A segment of viewers say it pushes the show toward darkness in a way that feels mismatched with its usual glamour, romance, and high-fashion flair. 3. Dylan wasn't developed enough for this twist. Another common critique, Dylan's arc wasn't rich enough beforehand to justify making him the central figure of such a cataclysmic event. Some say the twist feels rushed, almost sensational for shock's sake. Team, bring Luna back, because this is a soap after all. And then there's the camp of fans who refuse to believe the storyline is permanent. This group has already crafted theories, including, the death was staged. She's alive but in hiding. A secret twin might appear. Flashbacks will keep her story going. A DNA mix-up or medical miracle will bring her back. BNB viewers know the rules. Unless the body sits up and gives a monologue, anything is possible. And even then, resurrections happen. The writers gamble. From a creative standpoint, Luna's death marks a major tonal pivot. The show has spent years balancing emotional family drama with elegant runway flair. But the decision to hand the catalyst of such a devastating moment to Dylan, a character with a lot of gray but not a lot of history, signals an attempt to reboot narrative tension in a bold new direction. Whether this gamble pays off depends on what comes next. The impact on the canvas will be huge. Rage from Luna's family. Suspicion within the Foresters. Dylan's psychological meltdown. Long-term emotional fallout. The writers may have intended the twist as the spark of a much larger storyline, one stretching into months of secrets, confrontations, and dramatic courtroom scenes.